Hi Sagittarius, this is Evelyn. We're going to pull some cards. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you all. Hoping you're having an amazing day. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to keep shuffling as I go. This is for Sagittarius, and happy birthday, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as the feminine's Mars and the masculine's Venus. Sagittarius is one of my favorite signs to be in. It's always a very fun, relaxing, enjoyable energy. So today is, what is today? Today's November 29th. We have the eclipse going on. It starts on the east or on the west coast today, late today, but it's not on the east coast until around 2:40, I think it is. 2:42, I think, was the starting time, and then it peaks around 4 something, and then it finishes close to 7 a.m. Tomorrow morning. So that's when the lunar eclipse happens. And the reading is for the first half of December, so now through around the 15th of December. It doesn't have to be exact. And if you come to this reading another time, there's always a message there for you. If you should like a more personal reading, specifically for you, my information is below in the details, as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com, if you want to check it out. I have a CD out there called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn and Stainthorpe. If you want to check that out, the songs are only $1. So check that out. It's 1:01 on my clock right now, and 2:02 here. Cool. 1:01 and 2:02. Very synced here with the Magician and the High Priestess. And a card just fell on the floor. Check this out, Sag. That just fell on the floor. The Magician and the High Priestess. 1:01 and 2:02. Hold on, I'm trying to get this. I think the light's too much on the card there. Okay. So that just fell out of the deck. So let's see if it comes up again. Just want to realign this a little bit. Get the light out of here so it doesn't reflect so much on the cards. All right, so that's a good sign. Sag, you're very aligned today. All right, so for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Let's clear all blocks from positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding, and galactic cords for everyone, all the Sagittarius, across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities, for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday, Sag. All right, we're going to pull oracle cards at the end. I always use the Gilded Tarot and the Rider-Waite Mini we have over here too, okay? And so here we go. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, so I'm going to look at that too. So the Strength card just fell out as well. Sagittarius, first half of December 2020. Sagittarius, Sagittarius. All right, first card out for Sag, the Three of Wands, being very present in the moment, perhaps being present at the fact that this ship has sailed. There's some Viking energy there for sure, but skies are clearing. The bird has become very purified in the front of the card. Being very present, that's a really great card to have in the middle of the read. The challenge for you is the Three of Swords, which can be some heartbreak or separation. That can be a minor surgery as well. This is the challenge for you, maybe coming together or three-way situation for you, which doesn't have to be a sexual thing, any kind of three-way thing there. The foundation here is the Seven of Cups. This can be seeing synchronicities. This can be having a lot of choices. Also, confusion comes with that if you have too many choices. You can become ungrounded if you have too many choices. It doesn't have to be confusing, right? You have to follow your heart. If you go too much in your head, that's when it becomes confusing. But you have those choices, those synchronicities, so it's really actually a beautiful energy. It's also heaven in their eyes. The recent past is the Fool, which is beautiful for me. That's being open-hearted and free to take that leap. Perhaps do some skywriting or delve into astrology. In your crowning position in the moment is the King of Swords, being in your truth. He's very much in his integrity and truthful, but he's not very huggy kissy, you know. He doesn't have a lot of that emotional energy showing. He's more about, you know, the logical aspect of things. What's coming up for you, Sag, is the Hangman upright. Now, usually the Hangman upright is its natural position, but in this card, they're really struggling to get out. Maybe not seeing those other perspectives that will loosen the chains that bind. This is being like, you know, the magician in the fish tank without the key to get out, and perhaps feeling like you're drowning, you know. The more you struggle, the tighter the chains get. So remember that, to let go. Stop trying to control and allow the ideas to come. You see yourself as the Six of Pentacles, which is very well balanced. Okay, this could be someone being very charitable, giving, settling out, being Santa Claus. And then what's around you or how others see you is the Eight of Cups, which is someone walking away from a lot of emotion they put into something, or maybe a lot of mess in the yard, the poop in the yard, and leaving it all behind. Perhaps taking a walk or taking a hike up the mountains, perhaps. Maybe going exploring. A very Sagittarius thing to do, right? It's like, I always think of that right now, not from this card necessarily, but I was just getting like Kung Fu, walking the earth, but that's that Jesus energy too, of being very natural and just walking around and just being you. The blocks for you has to do with keeping your cards too close to your chest, right? Holding on to something too much, right? Or trying to hold on to too much stuff. That is the block for you, and we'll see where that goes. I'm going to clarify everything. We end up at the Eight of Swords reverse, which is releasing yourself from the prison, whether it's a literal prison or a mental prison, right? Because we have the Man of Logic over here. At the end here, we release ourselves from that anxiety and fear to be in our truth, but yet not imprison ourselves with our thoughts. And that can be someone getting out of prison as well. The connection to what's left hanging in limbo at the end of your read is the truth, the Ace of Swords, truth and triumph. Perhaps someone is writing or journaling your truth. This could be, you know, you might have a blue ribbon in penmanship, or you publish something, okay? Or maybe you just need to journal more. Maybe you want to write a book, but this is definitely coming up for you. This is the connection to being released, right? So instead of over ruminating, it's organized thought, you know, when you put your efforts into a book. That way you can't think too much because your thoughts are focused on writing what you're writing. And then it goes for journaling as well. So what's left hanging in limbo for you, Sag, is the Emperor upright. All right, and this can be political as well. So that can be you coming into your power, right? By what we were just talking about, maybe writing a book or journaling, or any kind of penmanship or communication. You could be coming into your power, or this could be a boss or a parent, a grandparent. This also can be politics. It can represent Trump or the United States. So you will get another card or more than one card at the end of the read, but you won't see it till then. It's probably going to be more than one card. I usually pull more than one. And it's just to kind of wrap up the story. So we have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We're going to give you a little backstory on where this is coming from, all right, where you've just been through, and then we're going to go forward. Okay. All right, so let's see here. We have the Hermit here, which is Virgo energy. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Wands is upright. So that's where we're going to start. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands, which is carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders, right? That Atlas energy, perhaps working out, maybe carrying too much weight, right? The deer in the headlight energy, or maybe two bucks or men are watching over everything you do at work. But that doesn't have to be at work. This could be your neighbors watching you work on the yard as well. But whatever you're doing, you're working too hard. You can't sustain that level. You're going to have to drop something eventually, or whether that's you watching someone else. Then we have the Four of Swords reversed, which is either not sleeping and rising above, right? Trying to function with no sleep, This also can be levitating because you're so numb, whether it's due to no sleep or a situation you've been through, or this is actually going through an awakening, waking up after the rest and coming out. This is the 10 of Pentacles, the treasure chest. There's a little imp taking care of that treasure. So not sure if he's trustworthy or not. He may be a little bit too immature to take care of that kind of treasure, right? It's a treasure chest. So this is the 10 of Pentacles, whether it's the family, the business, the community. It is upright, so everything's stable right now. Perhaps because the Hermit is taking care of it, who's very responsible and wise, and trying to figure out how to invest it. You know, this is implementation of the money that you saved. Maybe you're not getting any sleep about this, and you have to decide right now in the United States, we have to decide what insurance we want for medical stuff. So there's a lot of financial stuff coming up right now. So people might be making new plans for the next year, for whether it's for their family, the business, the community. This can be a community chest as well, making sure that whoever's watching and who's the treasurer, are they trustworthy? Are they mature enough to make this make wise choices about how to invest their money? And that can be children as well, maybe an inheritance. So we have the Fool above that, right? So someone's Fool, the Fool upright for me is a great card. It's that person with an open heart, free to take a leap of faith. But are they wise at the same time when dealing with money issues? So that may be another question, because they maybe have a great heart and someone you love to spend time with, but are they someone who you trust with your money? Maybe not, all right? So that's something maybe you want to investigate a little bit. And then we have the 4 or the 7 of Cups next to that energy too, of implementing a plan with your money or how to go forward. Do you want to go back to work? Are you retiring? Are you investing? Are you going to go away, spend your money on vacation or on schooling? Where's that money going? You have all these options here in the foundation at the root of the matter. How do you choose when there's so much to choose? And then we come to the center, which is just, well, you're present to the fact that one ship has sailed, so that you can cross off your list. And the challenge is the separation, the broken heart. So let's see where this is all going. All right, for Sagittarius, we have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. All right, 3 cards want to come out here. We have the 8 of Wands. This can be the arrows of love, or it's just a lot of fast-paced communication or travel back and forth, or just energy back and forth. This can be energetic connection between 2 people without being present to each other. This is also an imbalance here, right? It's an unfair exchange of energy. And then we have the Hermit reversed, which is either someone losing their mind over isolating or coming out after a period of isolation. Is a parent losing their mind? Or do you feel like you're losing your mind? Are you around someone who you think is crazy? There is an imbalance here of energetic exchange. This is balanced, but the practical side is not. This is powerful, but maybe you're not sure about this. Maybe you don't know someone's crazy. Maybe your parent is losing their mind and you have to figure out what to do with them. All right, we do have the Hermit was reversed, but now the Hermit's upright. So whether you have Virgo in your chart, or this is someone around you, or a grandparent, that kind of energy here, or wise counsel. This may be someone who's counseling, your financial advisor. Before they may have lost your money, but now they're right on target. So maybe you're not sure whether to keep trusting them because you've had a negative and a positive experience with them, and what is best for you in the future. That may be something you're dealing with. But it also can be a parent who's getting dementia or Alzheimer's. It also can be, you or people around you, losing their marbles because they can't stand being locked up anymore. Or people may be seeing you as crazy and imbalanced because you're saying you're connected energetically with somebody. That could be too. That's a twin thing. So why do we have the Fool here upright for you, for Sagittarius? Why is the Fool upright in the recent past? All right, well, there's some kind of sneaky energy there. This is like being chased by the cops. This is like, this is literally like, what's his name? Sorry, I'm blanking out. But literally, this is like being chased by the cops. Right? Or hunted. This is like a hunter chasing whatever you're hunting, or the dog's following your direction, you know, kind of excited to be in the chase. And the chase has definitely been coming up in song lyrics the past couple days that I've been channeling as I do my reads. This is definitely someone getting away with something, whether they're lying, cheating, stealing, or running away from their issues, or trying to get away with something. Here, someone's not going to let you get away with it. But here is freedom. Implementing a plan for freedom. How do I free myself from this chase? Right? Where obviously this energy thinks that this energy has done something wrong because they're chasing after them. This could be someone under arrest or under house arrest. Or this is someone chasing someone down to tell them something, but they think they're being chased, so they run, right? The innocent person who runs, that could be here too. Because all they think about is the fact that they want to be free. They don't want someone to hurt them. They don't want to go to jail. This person looks mad. Maybe they're going to hurt them. It doesn't have to be a cop. It could be someone who just wants to hurt them, who's after them. Maybe they stole their stuff, or they think they did, so they're after them. Or this can be the messenger of truth. And maybe you're a control freak and you don't want anyone telling you what to do. Well, this is about your freedom and having experienced this before, so maybe this is the way you respond to things in order to be free. The foundation here is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. So the Fool is free from any kind of wrongdoing, any kind of fray around them. You know, they don't want to be involved. It's like you not wanting to be involved in all the underhanded stuff that's been going on around you. Being free from all of that crap, or from illegal or immoral activities around you. That could be as well. Freeing yourself, having saved and been responsible with your money, and now implementing, even though there are those that would steal from you around you. Maybe you're associating with people that you shouldn't be associated with. So the Seven of Cups in the foundation is, and this card just flipped over right here, the Moon reversed. So you have the Moon reversed and Destiny, right? Maybe Destiny is for the goose to get schooled here by Akashic Records, perhaps, with the Sphinx here. We have the Moon reversed, which is deception. This also can be the eclipse because it's a full moon, and yet it gets eclipsed, which then can give off the energy of a new moon. This also can represent the early morning hours, right before the dawn, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, which is where we are now as we go into Aquarius on 12/21. So we also have Cancer reversed and Libra upright here. This is the heaven in your eyes. Maybe you're so excited that the age of Aquarius is coming. That's a big thing. You know how huge an event it actually is. Where the wheel turns, destiny is about to turn, and this is the dawning of that huge change in our world. Divine timing. And you're seeing heaven in your eyes. This is seeing synchronicities. You're seeing all the beauty and everything in nature. That nature is talking to you. The animals are talking to you. And you're seeing all of this. You notice in this card, in this deck, there are no negative options in this. It's all beautiful, okay? And this is you seeing that. And that's a very Sag thing to do. You know, Sag is all about being curious about their world, wanting to know more, you know, like a little kid. And this is you so excited seeing all of your options, the beauty, the synchronicities in this awakening to this new world. And understanding the lessons that you've learned. You know, Akashic Records maybe whipped your butt. But maybe now you're understanding it was your teacher preparing you for what you're about to go into. The central energy here for you, Sagittarius, is the Three of Wands. The Truth. When I said wands, I was just thinking of, there's a lot of, you know, other language movies on Netflix. And it's hard because I don't always want to watch subtitles, you know, because it distracts you. So if you're distracted during the movie, you miss everything because you don't hear it. And it's not Vietnamese, it's another country. But anyway, I find that Oriental languages, sometimes the way the females talk in Oriental language comes off as whiny. And I always wonder, like, because, you know, when I grew up, no one in my household wanted to hear anything that sounded whiny. And it's just that Oriental language that makes it come off very whiny. And when I was just saying that, whatever I was just saying, it was bringing up that energy. So I don't know if that's coming up for you in the center here, being present to this Viking ship sailing. Maybe it has to do with wine delivery, imports and exports of wine, or something regarding Vikings, or someone who was whiny who's leaving now. And that could have to do with the Viking countries, you know, someone from another country. But we have a lot of, oh, I didn't realize there's Oriental energy there too. We have, you know, Chinese silks there, and there's grass as well. So that could represent seaweed or marijuana. So, and there's chopsticks here too, you know. So there's definitely some Chinese, Viking, a lot of energy in that central energy for you. Maybe you just are, you know, well versed around the world, or maybe you'd love to travel because you're Sagittarius. But this is the truth coming in, being presented. And this is someone with the world in their hand, okay? And notice it's the world in the right hand. The masculine hand is holding the world, while the left hand is putting their stake in the ground. This is choosing a new path. And this is getting the truth or advice. This also could be, you know, getting big news about the crown, right? Someone's been dethroned. But this also can be the age of Aquarius, right? So Pisces is going away now, as well as a lot of Capricorn stuff going into Aquarius, and knowing that it's time to choose a new path. This is your truth. You're being very present to the whole truth, not just bits and pieces. There's a lot of untruth over here with the liar, cheater, thief card, but also the pieceiness of the thoughts and words, the truth. But here is the whole truth that's been presented to you in a natural way by nature and the universe, perhaps by astrology, since the Fool comes up here with a lot of astrology symbols there. Maybe you're getting into that kind of stuff, and it's actually taught you a lot about nature and the universe, and the challenge being the Three of Swords. Why does Sagittarius have the Three of Swords? Well, the Three of Cups comes in up here. This can be any place of co-creation. You know, it's a coming together in a practical way, whether it's work, church, school, the art center, the gym. Someone could be hanging artwork, or this could be an architect's office planning a new building. Whatever it is for you, there is heartbreak and separation around this. Regarding the Queen of Swords speaking her truth, and here's that truth. This could be the Queen of Swords that you were learning the truth from. Her making the truth her business, and maybe being defenseless. This is Sag energy, right, with the wands. Maybe you being defenseless to the energies coming from this truth, or feeling attacked, but with no defense here. Maybe you had no excuse, but you're feeling, it makes you feel guilty, right? You have no excuse. So there is some heartbreak here or separation. But it was the expanding, the Three of Swords is coming up here as the expansion of your heart, right? Because the heart can't expand just like the basement floor unless it cracks first. It's the cracking of your heart to expand it open. And when it's initially happening and you don't know, and you think people are being mean or lying to you, and then you realize, no, it's the triggering of my own wounds that are coming up to clear. And this is the whole process of ascension. So you are awakened to this now. I'm not going to put this down, but there's the purging of it, the overwhelm, right? Being dumped on, being dumped, dumping a load, a big emotional load, being pushed to your emotional limits. This could be crying, sweating it out, any kind of liquids coming out of your body, right? The overwhelm of it. The overwhelming energy and sunshine, the light that's coming in. This is causing the purge. This is the ascension. We're having lots of streams of light coming in, and the 1221 is the ultimate flash of light that's coming in. It is encoding our light bodies and increasing our vibrations so that we can all move as a collective into the 5D heaven on earth, which is where we're going back to the Atlantean timelines. So you are totally awakened to this stuff, and you're really getting it now. You may have gone through Dark Night of the Soul and didn't understand at first what it was, but now you're coming into your knowing. You're really present. You're allowing the purging, You know the light's coming in, and this is the, I'm really blanking out on my words today, but if it comes back, it'll be meant to be told. So, all right. So anyway, the energies that are coming into the earth from the sun right now are much more than they have been in the past. And it's lightening your bodies. We're going from carbon to crystalline bodies. And so we're just becoming more and more light. But the more light you are, the harder it is to deal with 3D kind of things, that very low vibration. So it makes it hard for us. And that is the ascension, learning how to adjust to our light bodies, how to stay present in the now moment. Don't look forward, don't look back, but just stay present to all the energies and be in that loving energy, that happiness, the joy, the peace, the love. So you are the King of Swords in the present moment there, looking back. So here you're not, you're present in the moment. But this was before maybe you were looking back and finding peace in the past, right? Going through your wounds and allowing them to come up to find peace. This also could be traveling to another place, or this could be kids going back and forth as well, but this could be vacation. And allowing yourself to surrender into that. Maybe the King of Swords never let himself do that. He's very practical and logical and does things by the book. This is surrendering to the peace, to vacation, allowing yourself, looking back and realizing what wasn't working for you before. And now you're coming into being present there and allowing that ship to sail. Whatever wasn't working for you before, allowing it to let it go. You see yourself here coming up. And that doesn't have to be yourself, it could be somebody else. But this is someone who feels trapped, who really needs to see a new perspective and stop trying to control the situation. And this is someone at war within. At war within, right? This is dumping the emotional attachments that no longer serve you. Maybe others don't know why you're doing this, and they're like, why are you doing this? And you're very much in your truth, adamantly protecting your right to throw away anything you don't want. If these people don't like who you are, this new you, then they can walk away. This is you protecting your right to let go of anything that's not working for you. But maybe you're trying too hard because there's no love here, right? You're dumping out the love by standing in your truth. And again, there's the King of Swords, which there's nothing wrong with integrity and truth, but without love, like in the movie The Two Popes, truth without love can be excruciatingly painful. There's a quote about that in there. So that's your message here. The reason why you're struggling so much and the chains keep getting tighter is because you're being in your truth, but you're not doing it with heart. You're doing it with mind. You're not in your heart. You see yourself as being very balanced and giving and sharing, perhaps settling out. And then we have the King of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Pentacles upright, and the Page of Swords. This could be a father and two children. This one very much like the father, you, if you're the man. This one maybe not like you, but they're both upright. It's the parent here who's struggling here. But you're seeing yourself as balanced, perhaps after losing money, status, or just ungrounded or superficial, or just so over concerned with the kids' support system, right? The schooling, the supporting them, the things that they need in life. You know, this could be playing ball, this could be their studies because they want to, you know, become a doctor. Whatever it is that your kids are doing, you've been sacrificing for the children and not focusing on yourself. This also may be a very greedy or superficial person who's all they've been thinking about is how things look and not what's truly important to them. But now you're coming up much more balanced, or maybe just even in this energy, you feel balanced because people see you as being a charitable person, someone who's giving to others. But you're sacrificing yourself here. So this is coming up because this is still being trapped. I mean, you're not totally in this balanced energy. You may see yourself as balanced because you're giving to the kids or whoever you're being charitable to, but you're not giving to yourself. So things are not working for you. You're struggling here. So what's around you or how others see you is your need for freedom to walk away from your situation. Maybe you're not because you're staying for the children. This is you holding on, keeping your cards too close to your chest, which comes up here. That's your block. This is someone holding on, thinking they need to be practical or save, you know, save these two, maybe, you know, this is practical stuff, or this is practical stuff, whatever it is. This is for your mind, this is for your heart, and these two you save, one for each kid. So after being practical like this and being grounded and saving, perhaps being some Scroogey even, but this card's not so much Scroogey. He doesn't have that kind of face. But it's someone just being very moderate and practical, not wanting to spend any money. And this is someone walking away from all that. People don't see you as this. Sagittarius is not seen like this. They're seen as spenders. They like to be free and investigate things, be curious about life, which requires travel, which requires spending money. So what you were being and the way you're seeing yourself may have been very different from the way other people see you. Or that could be someone else around you who's walking away because you were like this, which wasn't being authentic to your true self. This also could be a child leaving the nest and the child needs to learn how to be practical now. Maybe they were raised in a wealthy family. They don't know how to be practical because maybe they were spoiled. Well, here's that lesson about learning to hold on and learning to let go at the same time. And there's the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, legacy, right? Here's that wealthy family. So again, when a child from a wealthy family leaves the home, they may not know, someone may have taught them how to handle their money, but maybe in some families they were spoiled and now have to live on this income, and they can't have all the treats they used to have, the clothes, the going out, going to get their nails done, going to get their hair done, right? That the family allowed them, and now they can't afford any of that stuff. And are they going to be able to handle that? And that's coming up in the underlying energy too, right? How to handle money. Maybe someone got an inheritance, and are they going to blow it, right? Because they don't know how to handle money. There's a lot of energy around that. Maybe someone thinks that about you because you're Sagittarius. You know, you're freedom oriented. Maybe you spend too much. So the block for you, though, is keeping your cards too close to your chest or clinging to your practical things, your money, your stuff, your security. It's like Linus in a security blanket. There's some depression here, a loss of hope. Maybe you've been homeless before, and so you have a big wound about that, so you cling to things, so you'll never be homeless again. All right, this is going to be Aquarius energy too, or just a depressed Queen of Cups, which can be a water sign, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anyone who's normally very loving, intuitive, and kind, who now is being over-emotional or depressed, losing hope, perhaps crying a lot. There can be manipulation there as well, but it's more of a depressive energy here. And this can be a feminine energy. She's either depressed and walking away because of her depression, she's not happy where she is, or depressed because someone else is walking away, depending on who the Sag is. And this could be someone, maybe Sagittarius, you're leaving someone and they're clinging to you, or vice versa. Someone's clinging and depressed, and the other one is seeking freedom. All right, so whoever that is for you in your situation. And there's wealth involved. Here we have the King of Pentacles, which could be you, or you could be one of the children of the King of Pentacles, who is always all about money. But there is great stability here. And you know that maybe you just have the comfort of knowing that a portion of that will be yours or is yours, even if it's not a ton. At least you know you have stability, and you'll always have something to fall back on. So now you can be free to go do things, travel around the country, or I don't know how much world travel you can do, but just go out and see your world. And that doesn't always have to cost a lot of money. You can just drive, and so you might want to do that. This is you're feeling released, or someone's released from prison. All right, with the Three of Cups and the Page of Cups. So again, this can be, bad influences, negative groups, partiers. This is ultimately no joy, because this is joy. That's joy in socializing and coming together and reunion. This is not joy. This is people who drink too much or party too much, gossip too much, are antisocial. And then here is a message of love, or a very loving child. Maybe you're worried about your child getting mixed up with the wrong people. And now you're released from that prison, maybe realizing that you can't control everything that happens to your child. This also can just be a loving message that you don't believe in because you're used to negative groups around you. Like, they would never do this. So if you're used to this energy, this may be very alien to you. And this could be someone offering love and a visit, perhaps. I mean, this can be a move or an end of a marriage or an end of a party that was scheduled because you can't do it anymore. But it also can be a homecoming. And this could be a high school reunion, which a lot of them happened this weekend on Thanksgiving. So this may have just happened. But this also can be a visit or coming home from a visit or homecoming, like I said, or an end of a marriage or party. Or just that feeling like the party's over. But maybe in disassociating yourself from the partiers, this is where you're finding your freedom and your truth, even if others don't like it. It's like you separating from a group that you know isn't good for you. And they may be trying to talk you out of it because they're going to tell you they know better than you. But you're finally in your truth. Maybe you've been living that lie all your life, and all of a sudden you're now in your truth and you're walking away from all that. The Ace of Swords. Impatience, fallen angel. Okay, no longer patient. And that can have to do with patience, as in doctors and patients as well. This is someone impatient to give love. This may be someone who wants to propose. But maybe they were a fallen angel. Maybe they're not sure that someone will accept that. This also can just be like Kung Fu or Jesus and just wanting to walk around the world and be love. Impatient to get going. And spread the truth. And this is where the love is headed toward. The Page of Wands and the King of Wands. But the page is reversed. And you notice we have a fallen angel over here, or Sagittarius energy, which may be with the Knight of Cups. There could be two people there. And then here we have the the Page of Wands and the King of Wands upright. This can be an attribute of the king, or this can be a separate child who's frustrated or is just all over the place physically, with a lot of energy, running around doing crazy stuff. But it also could be someone who's uninspired or sick, physically sick, or just really tired. But this also can be the King of Wands, who's good. He's the man of passion. He's a good man. But he may be very frustrated or uninspired at this time. But this is all around the truth. This is like a meeting of the minds, where the Knight of Cups with the fallen angel or Sagittarius energy is coming together with the King of Wands and that frustration energy, the lack of inspiration. One doesn't have that passion to offer right now. He's good. He's finding his stability, but he's not as usual go get himself. Maybe just really tired. And here comes the Knight of Cups, impatient to offer him love. Maybe he's good, but he's not quite ready yet. Maybe he's been recovering something and he can't receive this love yet, but he's almost there. There is truth coming here. The truth is out. The release from anxiety in prison, getting away from those who don't serve, allowing that message of love to come through. Perhaps a visit of some kind comes forward, or some kind of loving invitation, something small. And then it gets bigger. All right, we go from the Page of Cups offered to the Knight of Cups offer. Maybe if this doesn't work, I'll try this. And maybe then they'll listen. And it's going toward a masculine energy, so it may be a feminine Knight of Cups that's here, or a Sagittarius, or a friend that wants to help you. But the truth is coming out with the release. And then we have the Emperor, which can be the King of Wands. That can be you. But they're in their power. This also can be a parent or a boss around you, or a grandparent. But it also can reference Trump, and that the truth comes out. But whoever it is in your life, the Emperor is in power, and it's very patriotic American kind of energy. And in the gold light, which is the Christ unity consciousness. Very interesting the way that's coming up. And we will get to the new card. Let's see what the Emperor comes up with. Who's the Emperor, please? The Ten of Cups reverse, which is the lack of fulfillment of the family. And remember, the United States birthday is July 4th, which is Cancer energy. Interesting that was actually coming up in something else I was listening to today. But it just resonates with this too, because this is very much home and family energy that's not happy. Right? So it's reminding me of the Cancer energy of the United States with the USA, the red, white, and blue coming up with the Emperor. And this is somebody who's bored or apathetic. You know, this could be voters too, who are being apathetic, not wanting to vote for anyone. But this also can just be grounding and integrating this message of love coming from a place of unhappiness or a cycle completely over. A family cycle completely over. And maybe this person won't believe you if you tell them that this is over, because maybe you heard that story before. And so when this comes forward again, maybe this person just doesn't believe it, whether this is you or the other person. I don't know whether you're offering or receiving here. You definitely could be receiving. You may have ignored it before, but this time, the fourth time may be the key, because you may actually be at attention now. There's been some kind of end of emotional cycle or emotional lack of fulfillment. And so you're obviously, you or whoever the emperor is here is very bored with that situation of unhappiness, lack of fulfillment. And it's like you wanting to go out and fulfill your life, you know, go explore. And there may be a disconnect in a relationship involved with this. And then we have the King of Cups reversed. All right, so let's see what else is coming out here for you. Because that could be someone who's emotionally detached, which can be that King of Swords, because he's not showing emotions. King of Cups reversed can also be an alcoholic. It could be someone who's just over emotional, right? It's not that, it can be a very manipulative energy. It's not the King of Cups upright. There are conditions to this love, and there's a disconnect, not seeing eye to eye or not seeing face to face at a distance. And this can be, the Knight of Cups could be, you know, this is coming from a fallen angel place. So this Knight of Cups could be this King of Cups offering love to the King of Wands. I mean, they could be brothers or best friends or someone you want to support. And again, that could be politics. But whether the other person is ready to receive that or not is a different story. And learning to, you have to be love and be your true authentic self, no matter whether or not the other person accepts it. So letting go of the outcome. So after the Emperor, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So that's someone who's ungrounded or lost money, struggling with money issues, or someone who's superficial and all about the money. So does the Emperor, and then this could also represent the presidency with a feminine in power reversed. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed, which is that overwhelm, right? Push to your emotional limits. This can be dumping a load. This can be sweating it out. This can be peeing too much. Or just dumped or dumped on. Or this is dumping a load as well, a big emotional one. But this is, I was just getting I spy. So someone might be spying. This also looks like an elephant with their trunk full of water. They can't take it anymore. They're about to explode. They're about to drop the water, the emotions. They can't take it anymore. The glass ceiling is going away. You see how it's all water? Well, it's all going to go away because the veil is leaving 12/21. And then all the water, all the emotions will just fall out all over the place. It can't be contained much longer is what I'm getting here. Someone's purging it out or sweating it out. The Queen of Pentacles may be sweating it out with the Emperor upright on top. And again, this can be your business or your family, where the Emperor's in control, or the King of Wands, whether that's him or not. There is truth here, but there is also frustration. Queen of Pentacles may not be a good match for the Emperor here, if they're working together or they're a couple. There definitely could be a split here with the Two of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups dumped. And this could be a divorce, justice, or Libra. Again, truth and balance. All right, taking the steps, or maybe someone tripped on the steps. Maybe someone got tripped up, but ended up balanced. And you're seeing yourself as this balance here. So you could have Libra in your chart as well. The other signs that came up here, we have Virgo upright, Aries upright, Capricorn or Pisces upright, and then Aries upright again, and Libra upright. So then we have the Ten of Swords reversed, which for me is bliss, because that's the ending of the great pain, right? The worst being over after being left for dead. As the pain comes out, that's where the bliss sets in. So there is bliss in this justice or Libra coming in energy, the balance of justice. And here's the Knight of Swords. That could also be the Knight in shining armor in bliss, rushing in, perhaps to the Queen of Swords, or the Messenger of Truth is the Queen of Swords with the truth. And here's that match of the Messenger of Truth Queen and the King in his integrity. And then going on a journey together, perhaps. So it could be a King and Queen of Swords coming together. There may be a Queen of Pentacles that they're with right now, or the Queen of Pentacles is with the Emperor and the King and Queen of Swords are separate from that. Can be the same though. And then this is another person they're with now and they're going towards the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be an air sign, Virgo, or anyone who's in their extreme integrity and their truth and the light. But they're not like the Cups energy where they're, huggy, kissy people. They're not. They're just very logical-minded people. So why do we have the Queen of Pentacles up there? The Queen of Pentacles is being freed. So here's the Fool over here. They may be getting paid out, or maybe their investment at work, they're getting their investment because they're leaving. The Queen of Pentacles reverse is free, perhaps from a secret that came out, or free from a secret passion, free from a Pisces reversed or Virgo reversed, or free from not using their intuition, or people who don't use their intuition, right? Or people who don't heed their own advice. Queen of Pentacles is free from that. This also could be someone who's overly religious or spiritual, but overly so. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is free from the High Priestess reverse, which also can be like the Viking priestess. That comes up a lot in my reads. And we had the Viking ship sailing. So someone from that country is significant here. Is that the Nordic countries, the Vikings? So someone from a Nordic country may have left or sailed away. And that can be this Queen of Pentacles who's freed themselves. So she could have Earth and Aries in her chart. And well as Pisces or perhaps Virgo in their chart. Okay, why do we have the Ace of Cups? Ace of Cups reverse is being dumped or dumped on or purging. Purging, overwhelmed, and here's the world. A cycle is complete, and there's the purge. Coming full circle and letting it go. Exposing all, bearing your skin about a negative past or perhaps a past childhood or difficult children. But leaving that all behind, or purging it out, sweating it out. Somebody could be floating in a pool on vacation too with kids who are unhappy to be there. But this is a purging, it's maybe after a loss, a need to get away. And crying or sweating. If you're outside in the sun, you could definitely be sweating a lot. And then we have Justice, why is that there for Sagittarius? There's the new passion, creativity, growth. And this is going into Justice, divorce, or Libra. Okay. So after dumping a load, dumping burdens, dumping responsibility, letting it all go, picking up a new one, which is your true passion, the growth, the creativity that you want. So that's coming up with Libra or Justice. This could be this is going into a divorce, which is why, because there's a new passion here. And this is after trying to be strong, taming your inner beast, finally confessing or dumping all the responsibilities that don't resonate with you in order to go forward with what truly does resonate with you. And that's coming up here. So that could be leaving a pet behind as well, or leaving the pet with the female here. Why is the Ten of Wands reversed here? Or excuse me, let me do that again. That was under the radar. The Ten of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords reversed is for Sagittarius. A new life, that's that bliss. Implementing a new plan, putting some money into or receiving a new infusion of money to implement a plan or, strategize about how to spend the money or the new life or new business, whatever it is for you. The bliss is here. There is an exchange of passion for contentment. Like there's two aces being exchanged. We have Leo and Libra there. And a lot of air energy coming up here too. So it's definitely Libras in there. Like I said, there could be Virgo energy here too. Let's see what else comes up with the Knight and the Queen of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is Scorpio energy, but reversed. This could be someone who's clingy. This also can be because the Knight of Swords is coming in with truth after a death or after a near-death experience, dark night of the soul. This can be the never-ending story, something taking forever to end, or just dead tired and rushing in with the truth finally, all right? Tripping up, dropping the act, becoming more real, breaking patterns, or just, be feeling lazy because you're so tired. But now, after doing that and breaking patterns, it's the Knight of Truth coming out, like with that bright wand, right? The Knight here has a bright wand, and so does the Queen. Ready to go. So who's the Queen of Swords? She's not moving, though. She's just in her truth. She's still, and she's in her knowing. So the Queen of Swords is coming up as the Knight of Wands, like passionately moving forward or going back after new information came in. So the Knight of Swords came in with new information. That's here, clarity, right? And that makes the Queen of Swords take off, going back to get something. So we have Scorpio and Sag, but they don't have to be Scorpio and Sag, but they can be. But one is an exhausted energy and then coming out with their truth. And then the other one is the Queen of Swords, who either received this truth, but instead of a truthful way, she's receiving it in a more passionate way, right? More of a sexual or creative way. Or that's her getting moving after getting this new information to get back on the horse, to get out there and go on the journey. After the Two of Swords, the King of Swords is here with the Emperor reversed. So the King of Swords could be the Emperor, or they're side by side in the same kind of energy, right? Like father, like son, both in negative self-talk or lying to themselves. But this is before. This is this energy, okay? So after the clarity came in, the new truth about the King of Swords and the Emperor reversed, or they're one person, all of a sudden going back, like inspired to go back and fix things perhaps. So why do we have the Six of Wands there? I'm going to turn this just a little bit so you can see better. Why is the Six of Wands right here? There's the Nine of Cups reversed. Someone wasn't getting their wish, or they were dissatisfied with themselves, or maybe they were being arrogant in the past about people out in the cold, or just unhappy with being left out in the cold or being alone, and then release themselves from that energy by temptation. This can be Capricorn as well. All right, so they were released by some kind of temptation here, or someone leaving, right? This is somebody waving hello or goodbye, but this could be you avoiding temptation. You learn to release yourself by seeing it for what it is. And again, the release from prison came up already at the end here. So after you release yourself from prison or a mental prison, whatever the prison was for you, being out in the cold, homeless, injured, ill, or in exile from someone, unhappy, alone, here is this is coming up as positive energy. Like maybe someone's waving to you that's a big temptation for you, but it's actually something good to be chained to. It's like saying, if you're going to have an addiction to something, make sure it's something that's healthy for you. And the Queen of Swords may be, in the spotlight, getting attention and success after dealing with, this codependent or addictive energy or being chained. This could be losing a ball and chain too, like a husband or wife. And this also may be a lot of guilt and shame or sadness about this temptation for the Queen of Swords. It can be both the Queen of Swords and King of Swords having gone through this codependency, but in totally different ways. And then here could be the King of Swords maybe, and it could be too, if someone left the Queen of Pentacles behind, that could be a Capricorn energy. Maybe that Capricorn is being shown to you again to make sure that you can handle that kind of temptation, knowing that it's not good for you. It's not what serves you anymore. So I want to pull one more time. What is the devil's purpose right here? To end the battle. The devil is the losing battle, like knowing that that's not where your win lies. All right. This is the divine lovers, right? It's showing you the difference. Do you want this love that makes you sad and guilty and shameful? Or do you want this love where you don't have to fight or compete, but it's angelic and it's always there? It's showing you the difference, what love actually is. All right, so the bottom of the deck is that 10 of Swords, which is now reversed. So this pain and betrayal is over, whatever this was. Ending pain, a painful ending. Dealing with betrayal and or things associated with back pain and treatments, okay? Before that, we had the Queen of Pentacles upright, perhaps with a mother who was always interfering or a pain in the butt, or this is somebody who was sick or injured that she had to take care of, perhaps her mother, or this could be a really mean boss too. So if it's not injury, illness, or miscarriage, this is that really interfering dark mother energy. The Queen of Pentacles may have been okay, but she would only do things the way this Empress said, and there was the betrayal. And here's the injustice of it back here with Libra energy. We have Libra and Taurus. And this also could be Libra and Taurus with the Queen of Pentacles between them. And there was the betrayal. So there are a couple different situations here. Whew, and I'm sweating like crazy all of a sudden. All of this exposed, the humble loyal servant coming forward into the injustice of the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress reverse. This could be a man with two women. And the betrayal, the ending of the pain, the ending of the cycle. But this is where we come into the read. And this is, the read is sorting that all out. It's Sagittarius walking away, freeing themselves from what doesn't serve them. And we're going to pull an energy card for you and Scooby-Doo as well. All right, let's see what Sagittarius has here. I am all of a sudden sweating like crazy, Sagittarius. I'm like dripping at this moment. When I get sweaty, it's a lot of masculine energy coming in. Whew. Maybe showing the Devil card and the Lover's card was just too much of that sexual energy or something. I don't know. And then remember, we have the King of Swords and the Emperor energy both coming up. And the King of Wands is up right there too. Both kings, the King of Wands and the King of Swords, are both upright in the read. Let's see what else we have here. I mean, that's really it. You know, you have two kings. The King of Wands can be the Emperor. So we have the King of Swords and the Emperor and or the King of Wands. And you as Sagittarius, I mean, you can be this King of Wands or the Emperor. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Like there's two men. We definitely have knights here with action, but that could be kids or just movement that's happening between you all. But there's two men upright, the King of Swords upright and the Emperor upright. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, which also could be with a sibling, the Knight of Swords. This also could be a family with the Knight of Swords and the King and Queen of Swords. All in their truth, they could be going on a trip together as well. Or it's just the King and Queen and the Knight is just coming in with a message. The King of Swords may have been reversed before because he was attached to the Emperor. And maybe they're both fine, but they're not fine together because they have totally different points of views and they shouldn't be working together. So it's like once they part and split up, now they're upright. So again, the Emperor could be you, the King of Wands, or that could be you could be just observing all this and having frustration with this energy. All right, let's see what comes up from the energy deck for Sagittarius. Where are we? 50. Wow, I didn't know it was an hour already. I guess a lot need to come up for you. Hostility is coming up, and there's that Page of Swords reversed energy with the King of Swords, right? The hostilities of the 26 is the Page of Wands. So definitely anger issues need to come out. Regarding a mother, again, the Empress was reversed, maybe interfering. This is definitely that mother with the money who thinks she always knows what's best for everyone, right? or it could be a boss or a grandmother, whoever holds all the money and who's trying to control everyone. She's not a friendly person, right? She's got a scowl on her face. But it is the Two of Cups, which means that you're tied to her. You know, whether it's a soulmate teaching you a lesson, or just that one-on-one energy, or this could be two people with misunderstanding between them because she's making him feel like a child and he's making her feel like an old maid. So them not being nice to each other. So whatever this relationship is, it's definitely coming up the template of the mother and son and the relationship between them, right? Not trying to control, but not enabling them either at the same time. It's finding that middle ground so that both can be happy. And there's a contract. So this may be a contract you had with someone to learn a lesson, and now it's over. All right, and again, this is the Lovers, the love, family, and community, so it definitely could have to do with the mother energy. We have the United States Constitution here, so politics again is coming in, and the justice system, and the blind justice of it. Doing things by the book, right? Swearing in. So someone, maybe the mother always made you do everything exactly by the book, which was ridiculous because you could never expand or do something different. Maybe you're in a business with someone who wants to do things the old ways and won't allow you to be more creative. And this is the parting of the ways, the justice, the divorce, whatever the break is, whether it's a break in a contract, a religion, establishment, societal norms, traditions, breaking away from. Taurus energy can come up there too with the Empress. And then the Page of Wands definitely can be Sagittarius, you know, angry with the mother or the older woman energy. The appreciation here of the devil, the shadow side, showing your appreciation for both your shadow and your light. Whereas, you know, whoever's doing it by the book may not have appreciation for their shadow side. And you need to love all of you, not just the part of you that is the light that looks good in society's standards. That's the template that you as Sagittarius are definitely breaking. And that's what makes you so angry. Here's that father energy or the God energy of the Magician in the Mirror, which came up last night too. Or did they come up today for the Divine Feminine? Yeah, came up for the Divine Feminine. It's like you know, the Emperor who's done so much for you, right? They supported you in a really good life. The 53 of the Knight of Swords, right? Bringing you the truth. That can be the God energy of offering you the truth. You know, my hands are washed of this. It's now up to you. This is all the energy, the love that they've given. But now, you know, they're getting into the winter of their life and maybe they just want to relax for a change. And now it's up to you. I've given you your truth. I've given you the information. He's got the infinity symbol and the aster, right? He's been the handles of the foosball table, holding up the spindle so that you could do it, you know, a placeholder, a grid holder for you to learn and do your thing while you were still learning and young. But now it's time for you to go off on your own. And here's the splitting again of the mitosis, the human cell, which was coming up in the Divine Feminine read today. All right, so that's the underlying energy of allowing the cell to split, allowing the child to split from the parents, allowing two people who don't serve each other to split up so that they can each find their own way that will make them happy and allow them to expand. All right, so this is the energy. There's a lot of negative energy there. Unhappy, blind justice, and then finding appreciation for the shadow side. And that's the key, right? In the little things, finding the love in the little things of day to day, the flowers, the animals, the nature, allowing things to happen naturally. And remember, contracts are written to be broken, right? We update contracts all the time. Isn't that the Constitution with all the amendments? Right? Laws are meant to be broken, except for the laws of the universe, nature. Allow things to happen naturally. All right, let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say, and then I'm going to let you to go. Well, I guess you get an hour-long read. Wow. I was not expecting this, Sagittarius. I haven't gone this long yet, I don't think. All right, Scooby-Doo, what do you have to say for Sag so I can get them out of here? There you go. Extending a hand, wanting to be love. It's like, again, Kung Fu, walking around the world, just being love. But again, this is coming up reversed. So this is the Seven of Diamonds, which is, you know, this is upright would be reaping the rewards of your efforts. And this is someone who's fluffing their chest feathers, so showing off. So this is someone who's no longer needing to show off, implementing a new plan with their money to just be love, perhaps. And the Five of Swords has to do with being in your truth here. Again, adamantly, with, even if people don't like it, but extending a hand at the same time, being that love at the same time, with a smile on your face. Okay, the bottom of the deck for you is the Ten of Diamonds, the Ten of Pentacles. There may be a lot of money available to you now, maybe an inheritance or a business or a new toy that makes you feel like a millionaire, or something, a new passion, a new person that makes you feel like $1,000,000, even if you don't have that Ten of Pentacles. Okay, hope that was helpful. Happy birthday, Sag. Have an amazing holiday season. And make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, and rise and be love. See you soon, guys. Have an amazing one. Bye.